everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Talking Out My. I'm so grateful that you have returned and decided to give me just a little bit of your time. I am hopeful that with every podcast, it's just going to keep getting better. So please have a little bit of patience with me, and we're going to work our way through this. Now, I hope that everybody was able to watch my premiere podcast, the first one that I put out, so that you can understand who I am or what I'm not, as well as the premises of this podcast. So, the premises is we don't know what we're going to talk about. It's like running into a friend and just chatting, and that's what I'm here to do. Again, just a regular, everyday person who has lived so far, thank goodness, and gracias a Dios, 62 years. Do I have a little bit of life knowledge? Possibly, and I'm hoping to share that with you. So let's just jump right in and see what today's topic is all about. Ready, Donkey? He's such a good little guy. All right, we're going to give Donkey a quick little shakety shake. Turn him over. We have a topic for today. Thank you, Donkey. You are greatly appreciated. Well, let's see what we're going to chat about today. All right, folks, here it is. Role play. Well, let's just see what we can dig up about that. Have I ever role played? Yes. Is it fun? Sometimes. It depends, obviously. This isn't something that I personally would be into on a regular basis. You know, the little dress up, the little fun time is all good. But I find that the costumes that we tend to wear, our little nurses or maids or whatever those may be, they're not on that long and they're quite expensive. So I guess to spice things up slightly, sure, role play is a good time. If it becomes an addiction, something that somebody has to constantly do to get off or to get into things, then that to me becomes a problem. Now, I'm not a big character person, I'm just me. So I prefer to, if I'm in that zone with my other, that we just do what we need to do. I definitely don't want to be called out by another name. How about, just came to mind. There are people who like to go out. Say they'll go to a restaurant and they'll meet individually and act like they don't know each other. Do the flirting, do, the talk, and then go back and act like they're John and Jane opposed to Tim and Tara. Now, again, this may work for people out there. It really, unfortunately, I've tried it. Not my cup of tea. Like I said, I just like being me, the sensation of me, experiencing different things with people, yes, but as the beings who we are, not who we're pretending to be. I really like somebody that can just speak their mind, tell me what you need, and of course, in respect, listen to what I'm saying or what I want and need too. I know there's a group out there. I want to say they're called furries. Correct me, anybody out there who is a furry, or if I'm saying it incorrectly. And I obviously would find this a huge role play game. Now, I do not know everything about these people who enjoy it. And again, if anybody's out there and can, tingle my brain with some knowledge about it, I would really appreciate hearing that. So furries are people who dress in animal costumes. A lot of times they're very cartoonish, but I've seen people in bunnies and uh, tigers and bears. Oh my. And to my understanding, again, never been a part of this group, but to my understanding, from beginning through foreplay and to the completion of the act, it's all done while in these suits. I can only imagine the dry cleaning bill for that. So, does anyone out there know a furry? Is there someone out there that role plays on a regular? And then we have, which I would think would be a form of role play, but in a money-making situation. You do have your DOMs who role play with their clients, give them the treatment that they deserve. Um, is that truly their way of being or their connection with people? Possibly not. But it is something that they're able to provide, playing a role so that their clients feel satisfied. And here's a little deeper thought. Let's just take it out of the smexual. And we all know why I'm saying that, because YouTube really doesn't like the use of certain words. And I'd like to be able to stick around for a while. So I'm going to try to remember that. I think, and this may just be a real off topic or corny to some, I think we role play every day. Again, not in a smexual way, but in a life way. I really came to this conclusion when I started this job. As I explained in the first one, I am a general manager for an apartment complex. It's a small company that owns several buildings, homes, etc. As well, I am the on-site manager. And up until January, where things were, able to change slightly, I was responsible for everything. That means all office duties, leases, collection of rents, going to court if rents weren't paid, handling all issues or concerns, plus being the on-site manager, collecting all rents for this building, cleaning, daily cleaning. This is a 9-story, 67-unit complex, and we generally have anywhere from 90 to 120 occupants at one time. So there is maintenance and upkeep. Plus, blessed to learn a lot of this stuff, but I also did maintenance and repairs, patch leaks, small electrical, small plumbing, assisted with the bigger jobs, paint, drywall repair, tile, preparing all the units for rentals. So quite hands-on, and blessed be, this year we were able to take some of the hours and work away from me, and I'm very grateful. What I was trying to get at with all of that babble-de-boo was I've worked my whole life, several jobs, different jobs, and hopefully one day we can creep into all of them because some of them are quite interesting. But I have worked in a lot of jobs, and it wasn't until this one that I realized what people are truly like. You really don't know somebody until you've entered their home, till you see how they live on a regular. So what I'm saying with, I think we all role play. We get up, we put ourselves together, put on this face, the attire, and we're out. Now, if we're going to our job, we're portraying ourselves, good Lord, that was a mouthful, portraying ourselves as a certain type of person. Now, some of us are fortunate and blessed that we connect with people and we can be our real selves. But I find that the majority of us, and I do the same, we all play a role when we're out in the public. You know, you're either doing the smile or the witch face or whatever it is that's working for you and where you're about. You're extending politeness when sometimes that might not be what you want to extend. We're abiding by guidelines and rules and laws. And then when we go home, the reality is there. Maybe we don't want to clean. I'm an obsessive compulsive when it comes to that. I have to always clean. But maybe we're the type of person who, our job, example, we're a nurse. We are constantly hygienic, washing, cleaning, picking up, all of that. And when we get home, not having it, not doing it, not partaking in that, just want to lay on the couch. So how people live sometimes is shocking. When you've seen them in, oh, I don't know, a three-piece suit every day, like a lawyer, an executive, someone that you would think, wow, they really have their stuff together. And then you enter an apartment to do a repair. And you find out they're a hoarder. They collect garbage. They are completely the opposite of what you've come to know. So this is why I'm saying, and I speak through experience, people, I'm not just throwing this out there off, the top of my head. I'm literally talking out and telling you where I've been and what I've seen. I have so many stories about that. But what I'm saying is, and I find myself the same, when I'm at home, I want to kick back. When I'm done work, I love to take a nice shower, get in my pajamas, just cozy up, relax, have my coffee, smoke my cigarette, and just be me within my own little domain, me and my little girl, my dog. When I'm out working or out and about in the community, yes, I want to portray myself in a certain way. Yes, I want to look professional. Yes, I don't want to appear to be one of those women that you think you're going to walk over, because I'm not. So again, even though I am a strong woman and I maintain that through my everyday life, our surroundings, our appearance, our mannerism changes from situation to situation. And that's where I say, are we all role playing? What do you think? I would really, really appreciate if you could comment, give me your thoughts. Again, if this little tidbit put a tingle in the senses up here and made you ponder this for just a moment, then it's been a great talk. So please remember, subscribe, like, comment all you like. And if you think this could benefit anybody, please feel free to share. And remember that the more you comment, the more videos you share, like, and once you subscribe, you help Donkit and I maintain our little podcast, and it helps a girl, because sometimes we gotta eat. So thank you once again for being a part of my day, a part of this podcast, this channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks everybody for letting me talk out my. Have a good one.